Hey guys, it's Julia, and today I'm going to be talking about the benefits of outlining. So in my last video I talked about the different kinds of writers. There are people who outline, there are people who kind of do a little bit of both, and then there are the pantsers. So today I'm going to talk about why it's beneficial to be a person who outlines, or to outline in general. So the first thing is that you can really get a clear picture of what your story looks like from the outline, and it's gonna let you know that, like, if your middle of your story is dragging, you're gonna be able to go back and change that, and it's going to be easier than if you write your whole story and then you go back and you have to change a bunch of things, because it's kind of like a chain reaction. If you have to change something in the middle, then you're going to have to change some more stuff and some more stuff and some more stuff, and it's easier when it's just a couple pages of outlining versus a whole entire manuscript. Next is it prevents writers from feeling stuck. You kind of have it all planned out, so you're not going to get to a point where you're like, oh, like, I don't know where I'm gonna go with this story from here. That is nice to have, because when you get stuck in a story and you don't know where to go, then you kind of start to get writer's block and you get discouraged to finish your story. But when you've got it all laid out for you right in front of you, it's easier to just be like, okay, where do I go from here? And kind of look back at your outline and it'll tell you this is where you go. This is the next step. Next is it's a lot easier to put plot twists in your story. You can kind of plan out things that lead up to a plot twist that's about to happen, versus when you are just writing your story, then you kind of have to go back and add stuff in that kind of leads up to that plot twist. Because you're not just gonna have like 1 minute this is happening and then bam, plot twist. Usually there are hints throughout the story that lead up to a plot twist. So it's gonna be easier if you have that planned out and not have to go back. It'll save you a lot of time. Outlining is also great for planning out your characters. It is easier to write about a character if you know your character. So a lot of people when they outline will go through and they'll give their characters, each character, personalities, backgrounds that you don't even know in a story. You get to know your characters when you're outlining. That way it's easier to write. If you have a friend and you're supposed to write an essay about them, you're going to want to know that person to write the essay about them. It's not going to be a very good story if you write, this is Sam, she's really cool. It's going to be better if you can be like, this is Sam and she likes long walks on the beach and whatever. It's just going to be a lot easier to write about a character that you know, and that character is going to be developed better if you kind of get to know your characters, and you do that whenever you outline. I think also it's really hard to kind of come up with characters on the spot. If you're writing a story just kind of pulling it out of thin air, I think it's hard when you come across a new character to just kind of whip them up into something out of nothing. But whenever you have an outline, you have a guideline as to who that person is, and it's just easier if you know that character. Also, writing is super hard. People don't realize until you do it the things that go into writing a book. So it's good to have motivation. When you do an outline, you know what your story is gonna be, and you get excited for the story and you want to see it through. You want to see this turn into a full-fledged story. So when you have that and you have like what the beginning's gonna be, what the different plot twists are going to be, your ending, you're going to be excited to write your story, and it's going to keep you writing, and it's going to prevent you from writing half a story and then giving up because it's just too hard. Now I'm going to kind of go over some reasons like why people don't really believe in outlining, why maybe those detour some people from outlining, but it really shouldn't, and these are the reasons why. So the first one is people think that they have to follow an exact formula for an outline. This is not true at all. There are multiple different ways to outline out there, and you don't even have to pick someone's way of outlining. You can come up with your complete own idea for outlining, whatever works for you. It doesn't have to be a certain way, so just do you, dude. Some people believe that outlining kind of limits your creativity, think that you have to like stick to your exact outline, but that's not necessarily true. I mean, if you have an outline that works for you, you can change it as you go. You don't have to stick to your outline from start to finish. And just, if you come to like a fork in the road as far as your outline goes and your story goes, and you're like, okay, do I go this way, which is the way of my outline, or do I go this way, which is a completely different but way better idea? You can totally take that path. You don't have to follow your outline completely. It's your outline. My story changed completely from what my outline was. I mean, the beginning was similar, but from the middle to the end, it was completely different than what I had originally planned. So you, by no means, have to stick to your exact outline. And then finally, some people think that writing outlines takes too much time, but I guarantee you, writing an outline is going to save you so much time because you have everything planned out. You're not gonna have to sit there and be like, where do I go with this? What do I do next? Because it's all there for you. And if you don't have a plan, you might have to go back and change a lot of things to make things make sense. But when you have it all out in front of you, you know where you're going, what direction you're taking, you have things written out so that you know, like, this happens here, so then it's gonna make this happen here. It's just gonna save you a lot more time than if you're just having to go back and do a bunch of revising because your story doesn't make sense. I am extremely happy that I did an outline for my first story, and I do want to mention that I'm not saying that you can't be a pantser or whatever. You can do whatever you want. If you're somebody who is a pantser and you feel more comfortable doing that and it works for you, then you do you, because that's how writing is. You can do whatever works for you. You just gotta write a story. So that is really it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe if you're not already. I do writing videos every Monday now, so make sure you tune in for more videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!